terms of you doing your own self-portraits versus being
working with other
the model
people
that shot? Yeah, exactly.
Well, the majority of what I was doing sort of professionally before that was modeling. So the photography was more of a hobby kind of on the side. It's been really fascinating from a mental health point of view to regain some of that body autonomy that not has been lost, but has been possibly compromised from literally half of my life being photographed by other people, having the way that I should look and behave and everything kind of dictated to me by other people. So to be able to have full creative control over what I do and what I look like and what I show physically, emotionally, whatever, has been really liberating.
I bet. Oh
yeah, it's been really, really amazing. And as I say, you know, I started as a mid-teen and had a huge number of mostly men. I'm not going to turn this into an all men conversation, but you know, most photographers I work with are men. And I had a huge number of them sort of dictating to me, well, you know, you don't want to put any weight on and you don't want to change your hair color and you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, whatever. And as somebody who is, you know, I suppose I was about 16 when I started getting really serious about it and started getting regular paid work. That's really, really formative. And it's been something that I didn't know that I needed over the last decade, to actually take a step back and go, hang on a minute, I don't have anybody telling me what I have to do or how I have to do it or whatever. I can be completely my own creative vision, which has been really lovely and is something that I'm going to try and hold on to going forward.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, do you think this is something that, you know, you carry on for the rest of your career?
I hope so, yes. The industry is not always as progressive as I would like it to be.
That was very diplomatically said.
Very diplomatic.
I'm, you know, this is early days. I'm gonna try and behave myself.
No, I get it.
Yes, it's not always as kind of progressive as I would like it to be sometimes. For people who don't know about the modeling industry, I am a freelance model, which means that I don't work for an agency. So I advertise myself. I am completely self-employed. I have 100% control over who I work with and what I do and where I go and everything, which on the one hand is fantastic because I'm a control freak. But on the other hand, is a lot of hard work because I have to be a businesswoman and an accountant and a personal assistant and everything else.
Yeah.
But you know, I wouldn't change it. I was briefly signed to an agency and it wasn't for me.
Okay.
But it means that the majority of photographers that I work with are amateur or hobbyist or part-time photographers. Lots of people look down their nose at sort of freelance or internet modeling, which I think is a real shame. Well, I've met some, you know, incredible people and I adore my job. And I don't think it matters whatever level you're working at. I think you can always sort of give 100% to whatever you're doing, whether you're shooting for Vogue or shooting for, you know, somebody's personal portfolio or whatever.
That's so silly though, isn't it? Because like you only have to look at what you create, both with people and on your own. And I just don't get how anybody could be snooty about that, you know? Like, why does it matter where it's going? It's gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I totally agree with you.